pizza time! Woo!
Hey, what's up guys, it's the next big thing here, and yes, it has been another long hiatus on my channel, and I know most of you are just sick of me saying that, which I completely understand. My original plan was to make an SU summary of basically all of the episodes that I had missed in about a 20-minute video, but then I knew Cartoon Network would instantly take it down, apparently. Yeah, they would most likely copyright strike me just for showing a clip of one of their episodes. And as unfair as it was, I just decided to restart this entire review for it. Anyways, it's time I do this once and for all in order to truly begin my other reviews and analysis. I've been watching the Steven Universe episodes for a while now, of course, because, well, I've been editing this previously long video. Thanks a lot, Cartoon Network! Oh yeah, and by the way, Regular Show and The Amazing World of Gumball, one of the greatest cartoons ever, is about to be cancelled. So, thank you for that also. And yes, I will admit, the creator of The Amazing World of Gumball did say and clarify that he's the only one leaving the team. But do you remember the last time some creator left their show? Yeah, it was a disaster. But he's back, so great job, Nick. And plus it made perfect sense because the SpongeBob movie that came out just about 2 years ago actually was a good movie. So I just knew without a doubt in my mind that either one of the original writers came back or they had new writers. I mean really, The Amazing World of Gumball is possibly one of the greatest shows I've ever seen.
Ocho, stop, please! Truce! This is me, your friend, Darwin. Darwin. Never mind.
I'm serious. It was just so unique above the rest, combining 3D animation with 2D animation, and they actually did some cartoony things. And the episodes actually included some relatable topics in life that were actually really funny. And it was actually something worth to watch. You hear that, Cartoon Network? That's entertainment. But Cartoon Network's not the same. But you know what? I'm not even gonna get into all that. Let's get started with this Steven Universe review. And so, it begins. Oh, and I'm sorry for all these viewers that are watching this video right now. I still have beef with Cartoon Network after making the Powerpuff Girls a complete merchandise rave. But whatever, I got Netflix, sucker. Alrighty then, and now for my glorious review. And I will be honest, I will be a little bit critical at first, but trust me, I appreciate this show a lot. I love it. However, there are things that I would like to say and things I want to be honest about. First off, okay, I've got to admit this. I always found Steven to be quite annoying.
I'm Lars. I'm Lars. Hey, Onion, look, I'm Lars!
Wow, if Onion is weirded out, you know it's creepy. Sort of like Clarence from Clarence. By the way, both of their intros are really cool. Number 1 is their voicing, and number 2 is their cheery attitude that never seems to cease in any episode. Sort of like SpongeBob's character in a way, but even he would get angry at times.
Gary! You are gonna finish your dessert, and you are gonna like it!
And Steven has also showed his fair share of anger at times as well, but during certain moments, he's progressively getting better at showing more emotion, but in the past, he was always like, oh, I'm gonna fix you. I can fix this. And then certain episodes are just him simply trying to save everyone's life, no matter how much of the enemy they are. And don't get me wrong, not all of those attempts are useless, for example, saving Peridot's life. But one thing in particular that I bet almost everyone is sick of is seeing Steven be saved by almost every single one of the members of the Crystal Gems, every time. And he has saved people a few times himself, and they're also getting better with that as well. At the end of season 1, that was really when I got caught up into the show, but not exactly the end of season 1. I believe it was a couple episodes prior to the Mirror Gem and Jailbreak episode. Both episodes Pretty memorable. And I don't know if I'm the only one, but I also sort of noticed a pattern with Steven Universe, the episodes to be more specific. And yes, I'm sounding a bit like a cartoon critic, but I'm starting to get annoyed by it. I shouldn't have to wait halfway into the season for something with fight scenes and drama included to finally appear. A perfect example is when we had to literally wait 70 episodes just to see the leader of the Green Centipedals again so that Steven can heal it properly. Also, how long was it to see the gym drill episode? The promos for it were so over dramatic, and to be honest, I felt just as deceived as I was when I first saw the trailer for Suicide Squad. Both weren't as bad as some other people claimed, but it could have been way better. Like seriously, nothing really happened in that particular episode besides Peridot and Steven panicking. Then Steven randomly enters the void of all those gems combined, talks to them through their subconscious, and heals them with a freaking huge bubble. The end. Hope you all enjoyed this long-awaited episode. Episodes later, we get Steven Floats, where we find out that Steven's powers come from his emotions and confidence. Because we totally didn't figure that out on the 26th episode of Season 1. Then there's another episode afterwards of him saying he doesn't understand how he controls his powers. Again. Specifically his healing powers.
Here, I'll heal you again. Why isn't it working? How can I help you?
Like, dude, I understand that it's a little hard to comprehend, but it's starting to get irritating. Basically, just as irritating as it is for me whining about it. And yes, this is the same episode that made us wait to see the Centipedal again. Lastly, we waited to finally freaking see this gem, or well, not gem, but chemical element. And thank you, Skyward Wing. Thank goodness for you. You were so right about this being bismuth. And in speaking of bismuth, that episode really drove me back into the show. It truly proved to a lot of people that SU has a potential that not too many shows achieve, including shows like this. So there we go, that's my little critique. Guess there's only one thing left to do, and that's to start the real summary of Steven Universe. So without further ado, sit back, relax, get your Mountain Dew, get some beef jerky, and let's get this stuff playing. Here's my much shorter summary and critique about the entire list of episodes I watched. Marty is Sour Cream's father, who left him to be a band director. He's also the one that gave Greg money for his song, simply because he had nothing else to lose. Greg and Pearl finally make up, and that totally didn't take a long time to resolve. Also, Greg and Steven spend their money like idiots in this episode. Peridot becomes the Magneto character of the team. Lars is a jerk for no reason. Oh, and look, another Inside of People's Mind episode. Kevin still is a loser. This thing returns. Finally. Jasper asks to fuse with Lapis again, but Lapis refuses, so Jasper seeks revenge. Definitely not a warning that Jasper is going to return in future occurrences. Hint, hint. I'm winking under my shaded glasses. Greg used to babysit Sour Cream, and look, Rose was there. Yay! A couple of monsters attack both Steven and Connie during their adventure, and Jasper literally reveals right in front of them that she's got a scheme up her sleeve, and no one stops her at all. What? The actual fudge sticks. Jasper beats the crap out of Amethyst, then Steven and Connie fuse and beat the crap out of Jasper themselves.
Fusion! Fusion! It's always fusion!
Amethyst gets depressed, again, over the fact that Steven and Connie were able to beat Jasper alone without her. Then, Steven and Amethyst realize how much they both suck at fighting, plus the fight resolved nothing because Stevani never went up against Amethyst, it was just Steven. Greatest episode ever. Period. It was revealed that Bismuth was this creature and would explain some of the reasoning behind why she got bubbled. She was probably too aggressive for Rose's sake, and so she bubbled her. Also, I wonder what would happen if Lapis met Bismuth. Pretty sure there would be some drama between them. And yes, I bet money there's gonna be a return. There's no doubt. Lapis still can't catch. Steven and Amethyst follow Peridot into the kindergarten only to find out just how perfectly Jasper was created. Amethyst tries to sneak attack Jasper, but doesn't because Jasper apparently has spider senses. Steven and Amethyst fuse into Smoky Quartz and beat the crap out of jasper, and another gem she forced to fuse with. Also, interesting design, I guess. So far, when Amethyst fuses with another gem, she doesn't look too good, except for when she's opal. I don't know, I always found her to be on the attractive side. The rubies return. Amethyst shapeshifts into jasper so the rubies don't freak out again. It's revealed to Steven unintentionally that Rose shattered the gem of pink diamond, which in gem definition means basically killed. In the end, Amethyst gets exposed and the rubies assemble again. Then, Steven has the bright idea of using an air duct vent right beside him without thinking about any other future repercussions. So he gets caught too, of course. Then, in the last episode of season 4, he helps the gem that was trying to kill him the entire time. He later realizes that he has to sacrifice the ruby so he can survive at his own will. The gems manage to find Steven after he had to release the stupid ruby out, and so it ends with them crying over Steven almost dying. Again. And now, the next season. Yep, like I said, let's get down with the silly episodes in the beginning. But the episode, I gotta admit, was kind of funny, and it actually reminded me of the series Coyote vs. the Roadrunner. Sardonyx makes a fake Tonight Show with the new smoky quartz. And apparently we learned from this episode that a specific door, can open whenever there's a certain fusion or a certain gem that's available at the moment. Connie and Steven read a book that talks about the origins of how Beach City was found by Jamie. Or, well, in fact, Buddy. Also, notice what Steven says.
Jamie did a play about how Buddy helped the first Mayor Dewey discover Beach City. There's even drawings of gem locations in here.
Yeah, might want to keep your eyes peeled for that book in the future episodes. They might be using it to find other gems on planet Earth, or just simply Beach City. Connie beats up a kid because he shoves into her by accident. Her training instincts just kick in, and she immediately flips him over and injures his arm. They later on go on to training, and then we find out that fusions have to be synced and completely at peace while they're fused, or else they'll unfuse like how Ruby and Sapphire did on the episode Keystone Motel. Steven later has to learn the same exact lesson Connie had to learn, and had to suppress all of his anger and frustrations and stress while being fused. He basically had to stay focused and under control. Oh look, there goes Steven breaking shit again. So Steven does the kind gesture of being Ziltron for a day. Then he meets a man by the name of Mr. Frowny, and we find out that Mr. Frowny and Mr. Smiley actually used to have a stage act. So now their names make perfect sense. Pearl finds her new rose, which almost gets them arrested by the police because they decided to run the light. Also, Pearl stalks her until she gets her number from her. Oh, and by the way, if you try to use that number, it doesn't work. Steven meets the friends of Onion that are just as weird as he is. But in reality, they were kids that were just trying to hang out as much as they could before the summer ended. And Garbanzo. The end. I hope you all enjoyed this, well, the first summary I've ever done of so many episodes in one video before. This is possibly one of the longest videos I've ever done. I don't think I've ever reached the 10-minute mark before. Like, seriously, I don't even think I've ever reached the 7-minute mark, or 8-minute, or... Wow. It's extremely difficult for me to do, so I just wanted to do this project for the summary and get all the episodes out of the way, and so I could focus on the future episodes, and also other episode analysis and other summary reviews for Star vs. the Forces of Evil. I cannot wait until I get into all that. By the way, I found out that Star truly does like Marco, so I was right. Ha! Sorry, I like being right. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments that you enjoyed it, and also like this video, and I guess, you could try to avoid disliking that button. You know, it's just a stupid button. You don't want to press the dislike button. Press the like button. So smash that like button. Give me a subscription if you haven't subscribed yet, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Yeah.